Welcome back to Tyers and Braaiers. I'm S03.
I'm Nick Abinowitz, and today we have a very unusual episode, Ez.
Why is that, Nick?
Well, today on the show, our braaier is also our tyre.
You mean our braaier is our driver?
Yeah, but that doesn't quite rhyme. Today on the show, it's potjies and Pontiacs, pizzas and Plymouths,
Trains, tacos, and toilets.
We meet Shawn, who collects everything from clocks to vintage tractors.
Nick, you're gonna love our patkus. It's a schnitzel taco.
Oh, I love it when Jews and Mexicans come together.
Olé! We end the day off with a braai in a vintage train toilet.
A toilet?
Trust me, Nick, it's gonna be great.
I've got trust issues.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I need the toilet.
My name is Shawn Spaan. I like to think of myself as an old soul. I'm only 33 years old, but I have been involved with classic cars and anything sort of vintage from a young child. My biggest passion being steam engines, which then grew into everything else sort of mechanical and electronical, old technology-wise. This is a 1939 Pontiac. I recently purchased it about a year ago in Braaiers. It's a straight six, 3.2-litre flathead motor. Everything's original on it besides the paint and the seat covers, or interior, should I say. It's a column shift, what we call it 3 on a tree. The engine has been completely overhauled, and it's one of the cars I utilize for hiring out. Big and luxurious, very heavy on fuel, but a lot of fun to drive.
How cool is this car, Nick?
Shawn.
Yes.
How's it?
Nick.
Okay, Nick.
Shawn. We met Shawn in his Pontiac. Awesome car, awesome guy. I love his beard especially. He uses beard oil, doesn't he?
Bart Oily. He's actually, we worked out, he's like a farm hipster.
Yeah.
He's got the vintage car, the Pontiac. He's got
He wears
old
vintage clothes.
gramophones.
Yeah.
Listens to vinyl, and has a beard. Just got to work on the clothes. He needs to find himself like a second-hand cardigan at the Roodepoort old age home.
Yes!
Gaan ons nou.
Gaat ons! Span hulle in, Shawn! Span hulle in! Span die osse in!
Shawn is an amazing collector, not just of cars, tractors,
Motorbikes,
steam engines, like all sorts of things inside his house.
cameras,
Old video things,
Vinyl.
clocks,
vinyls.
clocks,
Vinyls.
clocks.
He's got a number of vinyls.
Yeah, he does. He's a collector of fine things and fine Belgian women.
He's married.
To Faye. She's Belgian and Flemish. She has a chest infection.
No, she's just Flemish.
She's just Flemish.
Yes.
Wait, so the story of this thing is you find out there's a Pontiac in Braaiers in KZN. And then you orchestrate, because you don't want to tell your wife that you're going there to get a car. So you pretend that you want to go on a trip to the Drakensberg.
That's right.
You don't tell her. You just say, we're just going to make stop.
Do a detour on the way and get a car, yeah. No, you see, because...
No, you didn't even tell her you were going to get a car.
No, I just said she nagged me to have a weekend away, so I said, okay. I'm thinking in my mind that's a good excuse to go out and find a car. I didn't tell her we were going to go and find a car because that would have put a bit of a nail in the coffin, you know, on our trip.
How did you feel when she worked out what had actually gone down?
I think when I bought the car, she was kind of shocked and surprised, as well as intrigued, I guess. She wasn't all that cheesed off. I think she was more cheesed off that she had to drive a bakkie which she's never driven before. And also being from Belgium, coming to South Africa, she drives on the wrong side of the road. And now suddenly she had to drive a good couple of 100 kilometers with a bakkie with a bike on the back, you know, a vintage bike on the back.
So you guys can communicate in Afrikaans?
I don't speak Afrikaans very well. I'm going to get a lot of fans out there.
When you have a kid and you want to talk in Afrikaans so the kid doesn't understand, at least you'll be able to understand some Flemish.
Well, I know she's going to want to bring up that child bilingual, so the kid, there's no escaping talking behind the child's back.
Shawn, die kind wil graag ijscream, kan ons romme is bij de van Franco. That's Flemish.
Yes.
I think so.
I'm glad she doesn't sound anything like that.
This thing drives like a dream, eh?
Is this it? Are you coming in? Shawn?
Sorry guys, I've got to get back to my potjie.
You just want to see the competition.
Ach yeah.
Yeah. Shawn dropped us off at Creative Rides. Awesome. It's like walking into a sweet store and knowing you can touch all the sweets, but you can't actually have them.
Morning, gents. How are you? Kevin.
Hi, how's it?
How are you keeping? How's Israel?
Kevin was very gracious, our host, Kevin, the CEO. He calls himself, he's just a used car salesman,
I
really.
agree with you.
But he's passionate, loves his classic cars. Can we see some cars?
Of course you can.
Let's
Yes,
go.
take a walk.
Thanks. The really cool thing is that some of these cars are one of a kind in South Africa. There was the Corvette Stingray.
The Jaguar E-Type.
There was a few Ford Hot Rods.
But this, that is something amazing. What is this?
It's a 1958 Buick.
Wow. Nick, there's only one thing to do in a moment like this, and that is to get in. She's a beauty.
Do you say this is the one of two in South Africa?
The only one.
The only one?
Wow. I mean, there was the car that went up and down. What was that?
Oh, the Buick.
Yes.
I felt like you and I could have taken a trip in that Buick. Felt like a Thelma and Louise kind of car where we could have just driven off a cliff in, like, North Cliff.
I love the wind in my hair. It's fantastic.
I really enjoy your job.
You made a bet with us that we could keep the car if we could find the ignition.
So if you can find out how to start the car, you can take it home.
Press the button.
This one here?
Press it, go.
I'm not going to reveal anything.
No, it's not that one.
Come on.
This one?
Ah, Nick, I'm on the car! I'm on the car, Nick!
Yeah, I still don't know how you found that.
I'm from Innerdale, bro.
Ah, where? Kev, tell us about this baby here.
I've always wanted one of these. Tell me about the specs, the engine capacity.
This car's built by a guy by the name of Conti.
Conti.
He was a street vendor, and we put a real car on one side, and he copied that car to the millimeter, as you see here. It took him 6 months to build this, and he's done everything to the most amazing detail that you would find on the actual car.
Can we climb
I
inside?
said let's take this
Good
baby
luck.
for a
Go,
spin.
go for it.
Okay, does it actually open? Oh, wow.
Nick, so I'm the hot blonde in this instance.
All right.
Oh, the wire car was awesome. The detail that went into this car, it literally looked like a Mustang.
All right, I'm gonna start the car. Hazy, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And go. No, wait, I'm just revving. Just revving. Here we go. Give me the full throttle here. That's it. And cut. The motor.
I love this baby.
So Shawn, he picked us up and took us back through Roodepoort, Honeydew, the West Rand.
You're the first driver who's going to actually drive for us today.
That's
Never had that.
That's
Driver slash braaier. A dryer.
You're a dryer, yes.
a dryer.
What are you
Driver.
making?
They're making an oxtail potjie with a snack of, well, basically a pizza braaier, or fried pizza as a snack.
So you have a passion for cars and a passion for potjie.
Definitely. Oh, food in general.
Potjies and Pontiacs.
Hey, now that sounds like a TV show
Hey.
I'd like to watch, eh?
Yeah.
Potjies and Pontiacs.
Come on.
So, this is the most beautiful thing about Joburg in the summer, is the purple carpet.
Yeah, the purple carpet.
Jacaranda.
I love Joburg in the summer. I love Joburg in the spring. But I love Roodepoort.
Any time of the year.
Yeah. That was literally the worst song in the history of
Roodepoort.
this show. And we've had some pretty bad songs.
We came back and Shawn actually gave Nick a ride on the steam engine while I was cooking patkos. How was the ride?
The ride was great. I felt like a kid again. I felt like a mixture of a kid and Princess Elizabeth II. Before she became queen, she rode on a miniature train to her coronation at the City Hall in Cape Town and waved from the back in that funny backwards wave they do.
To me, it actually just looked like a comedian on a mini train with Shawn driving it along.
It was a lot of fun. And this miniature locomotive that took, what, 10 years to build? Somebody?
Yeah, it took him 10 years to build. Shawn then got it, restored it
The original guy made all of the parts.
from copper.
He turned, I think is the correct term. He turned all of the parts himself.
So there's turning.
I feel like there are people out there that will understand, but those people are not us. Ah, just in time.
Always in time.
Oh, I'm starving.
Here you go, boys.
That looks amazing.
This is my schnitzel taco. It's German engineering, Jewish schnitzel. Here we go.
Lovely.
Yeah.
For patkos, I made tacos. Did you like those?
The tacos. I'm not just saying this, but the tacos are very good.
What did you like about them?
I liked the combination of hard and soft.
What about the flavors?
The flavors are great. The avocado, the other stuff. I was too busy trying to understand how steam engines work, so I didn't fully appreciate the flavors, but they were very good.
I'll tell you what was in the taco.
Yeah, tell me.
Just so you know. It was a hard shell taco with some Asian slaw.
Yes.
So white and red cabbage with a bit of lemon juice and salt over the top. Some lettuce. A slice of schnitzel.
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 Schnitzel. You like schnitzel?
Yeah, schnitzel I discovered is an Austrian diminutive for schnitz.
So,
It's long for schnitz. Schnitzel. But it means little schnitz.
what is big schnitz?
A big schnitz would be like Angopslang.
Slice of schnitzel. A slice of schnitzel in the middle with a bit of avocado, creme fraiche over the top, and a bit of coriander. Just a bit.
Coriander.
Yes, actually, I wanted to say cilantro, but we're in South Africa. Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Do it in Flemish.
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Flemish people don't like it when you mock the Flemish.
Do it in Afrikaans.
Una vleesie.
How's the taco?
Good. Oh, okay.
So this is a nifty little thing. Tell us a bit about this thing.
This is a replica of a 1909 Alchin steam traction engine, otherwise commonly known as a steam tractor. Before your petrol and diesel tractors, they had steam-powered tractors, believe it or not. This is, of course, a miniature version of the full size. This is a 3-inch scale to the foot. It works exactly the same as the full size. Nothing differs. It's coal-fired. It boils water. It makes steam. Steam is pressurized in the boiler vessel, and that's what powers the engine. This one was built in 1985, year after I was born.
I read that this area was called Confidence Reef when the Struben brothers bought it back in 1884, and they dug for gold because someone had confidence that it was there, but it wasn't.
Right.
And then Harry and his brother, whose name I forget, dug a mine shaft about 500 meters down there. And it was one particular afternoon, they weren't sure how deep they dug. They threw a rock down, couldn't hear it land, and then they picked up a railway sleeper and threw that down the mine shaft. And about 10 seconds later, they heard this massive commotion and a goat came running at them at 60 miles an hour and went flying down the mine shaft. Couldn't work it out. About 10 minutes later, a farmer arrived and said, "Has anyone seen my goat?" And they said, "Yeah, a goat just came out of a bush at 60 miles an hour with horns and dust flying and went straight down the mine shaft." And he said, "No, it couldn't have been my goat. That one was tied to a railway sleeper." I need the toilet.
Now we're gonna cook on the toilet.
That's what I mean.
You think it's gonna be a good one?
Well, a potjie and a potjie, it's got a certain ring to it.
I don't know how my mom is gonna feel about that, but
Let's go check it out.
What was amazing today was the setting. It was one of the most romantic settings we've had a braai in.
Yeah, rural. We could hear chickens in the background. We could hear the odd hardy-dar. Ah!
Nick, I explained this to you earlier. You need to put out 2 calls to get a reply.
Okay. Ah! Ah! Ah!
How's it, guys? How's the potjie going?
No, we were just bonding over the potjie here.
Yeah.
But give us your expert opinion.
I see the fat is rendered nicely.
Yeah, what I did with the fat was I actually just flushed it out.
We tasted the potjie, which we had been waiting for 4 hours. What a potjie. The technique
That's a
used.
great potjie.
Cooked in the toilet.
Cooked in the toilet. It's never been done before. In a vintage South African Railways toilet that was actually dismembered from its train in 1903 when they blew up the railway between the Free State and the Cape. And as a result, they had to import all the sandstone for the City Hall in Cape Town from Bath. And then that toilet was found next to a railway by Shawn just after he found the Ford Anglia and decided to make a potjie in it.
So anyway, so Shawn has cleaned the toilet properly for its use. And he's also takes a potjie, so the food is not actually cooked in the toilet.
Yeah, the potjie's in the
potjie is in the potty.
Yeah.
And it sits there, and that's where the food actually cooks. And you had trust issues about this in the beginning of the show.
No, not really. I just said that for effect.
Tell me about your recipe and your technique.
Okay, so I normally just try my own recipe, try my own thing each time. Everything is always experimental with me, and I never seem to follow the same sort of routine when it comes to cooking. I put in a pot last night with a bit of Coca-Cola and a bit of red wine. Let that soak into the meat.
Softens it, yeah,
softens it up. You can see it fall straight off the bone now. I first brown it with a bit of onion and then let it stew in its own juices, which naturally come out of the meat. And then later on start adding a bit of seasoning, a bit of stock, and then the potatoes and then the vegetables last. Do some rice on the side.
Low and slow, eh?
Low and slow.
Low and slow. How many hours has this been on?
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours? That's good. That's good timing for some
It's
oxtail.
almost as much time as you need to warm up the steam engine.
That's right, yeah.
Did you say this is the first time you've done this in a toilet?
The concept is a first. This is not the first time I made a potjie in the toilet, but
Right.
the concept is a first.
Then we cooked
Yes.
on a braai with Shawn.
Yes. We had the braai pizza.
I like the technique. It's very rough. Take 2 pizza bases, slam it together, put some stuff in the middle. It's
Whack it on the
amazing.
braai
Yeah.
and then ratchet it up with those chains and the
Right, grid up and
As
down.
if you bring
fire to it or
French Revolution. You know where they made their arms go. Okay. What should we do now other than stand around awkwardly without a beer?
Don't worry, Nick. I got us. I'm going to make us a cocktail.
Oh, the cocktail.
See you in a bit.
What is it, a surprise?
It's French 75.
Okay.
See you in a bit. Good luck.
Thank you.
My take on a French 75, I actually use vodka instead of gin.
Yes.
So I put a double of...
Interesting choice, that.
Yeah. So I put a quadruple of vodka in, 4 shots of simple syrup, 5 squeezes of lemon, and I shake it all up. And then I pour it into a champagne slipper, and then I add some dry sparkling wine over the top and finish it with a lemon twirl. Boom.
Sure.
Simple.
I think I'm going to be catching a train home.
Shawn also then proceeded to present us with his wife and his...
It's like a trophy.
No.
You have been such wonderful guests. Here's my wife.
No. What I meant to say is, we met Shawn's beautiful wife and Shawn's best friend, who also does overlanding. How's it, guys? I see the pizza's made it to the table, and I'm just in time with the drinks.
Magnificent.
Nick, will you do the honors of passing it around?
Yes.
I'll help you out.
Faye?
Thank you very much.
Hey, your brother Nick.
Amazing.
Thanks.
The cocktail didn't look, you know, it wasn't one of your spectacular looking ones with the colors and all that, but the taste was amazing.
So this is my take on a French 75.
65.
75.
Is that correct?
75. 65. It's 65.
Oh, no, as opposed to
Yeah, that's something else. I think.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And I hope you enjoy the drink.
It was the 75, which is French for 75, developed in 1915 during World War I because the kick of that cocktail resembled the French field guns, the 75-inch French. You can see I've had a couple. At the Battle of the Somme, where it really just gave a lot of people a real hiding.
Braai pizza. We'll start with the ladies.
Thanks.
The pizza was really good. The flavors were amazing. I feel it was cooked. It wasn't dry.
No?
It was cooked perfectly, and I really enjoyed the pizza.
Yeah. So, is this one of the things that attracted you to Shawn when he was leading your overland trip through Africa?
The cooking.
The cooking.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like from day one, the meals that he makes from scratch, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That and his short safari shorts as well.
Short. Yeah, it was very, very good. I actually love oxtail. I'm a big fan of oxtail.
What were the flavors you tasted in this poke?
I tasted definitely the Katemba flavor.
The wine, which is wine
The wine
for
and
layman.
Coke. The wine and Coke.
Did you taste the Coke?
No.
I didn't taste the Coke as well. But apparently the Coke was put in just to soften the meat.
Yeah. And to add about 250 mils of sugar. How did you meet again? I want to hear this from Faye.
From me. Might be different.
Might be different.
I heard from him already.
We're waiting for the truth.
Well, we met it's 7 years ago now. So I came on a South Africa tour, and Shawn was my guide. It was an international tour, so I came solo, and then I met up in South Africa with a group of international people. And then, yeah, it was like 18 days touring from Joburg to Cape Town.
Well, in all, I think it was a good ride.
I think it was great.
I love how interesting Shawn is. He's got so many facets and assets.
I feel like that guy could do anything. In fact, his wife said to me, it's actually a little bit frustrating because anything he applies himself to, he does amazingly. He entered an art competition, he won. The model trains, the cars, even the Braaiwood business.
He's in
He
Braaiwood.
delivers Braaiwood, but unbelievably well.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Does
I
he
saw on
pack it?
Facebook. Packs it in your thing under the everything.
I love this guy. You know, empty plates always mean happy stomachs, eh?
You've got an empty plate, but for those of you who are unlucky enough to have a bone, in my culture, to ward off the evil eye, if you could just pick up a bone and then just throw it over your left shoulder.
The left one.
Thank you.
And that gets rid of the evil
dog.
eye.
Yeah,
Gets rid of begging dogs.
it also does that.
This is one of the best potjies I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, one of the
I
best.
would second that.
Can you say that honestly?
I
Yeah,
can say that
it.
honestly.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss Shawn.
Me too. And Faye.
With this lovely gift. I'm gonna miss the Pontiac.
And the other guy with the safaris. He rode up thing in a bike, in a motorbike.
This is amazing.
What a
ride.
day. Here in Roodepoort. Who would have expected Roodepoort? Of all places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should hug. Okay. Let's hug. Okay. Hug me.
Hug me.
Hug me.
You hug me.
I like you.
The jab rope.
Was it? No, it was your cheek.